Hello there, YouTube people across America. You have landed on the Stan The Annuity Man YouTube channel. Yes, I am Stan The Annuity Man, America's annuity agent, licensed in all 50 states. That's including the one you're sitting in. But today, this topic is kind of a unique one. It's called annuity ratings. Are the companies that you're investing in, the annuity companies, are they safe? How do we go about looking at that? Because at the end of the day, when you're transferring risk, which annuities contracts are transfer of risk contracts. When you're transferring risk, you better be transferring that risk to a company that can back up those claims and those guarantees. I mean, it can't be just some insurance company from left field that doesn't have the reserves to back it up. We need to make sure that you are shopping the best carriers out there for the highest contractual guarantees, and then once we find that number that you like, then we dig down to make sure that the financials are in place, the ratings coincide with what you're looking to achieve. And we will talk to you and tell you how to do that at theannuityman.com. But in this video, I'm going to go through those steps as well. By the way, producer, yes, I had a world tour open for the Rolling Stones on their last tour. Not a lot of people know that. By the way, nugget of wisdom, Rolling Stones had a tour in 2019. It was sponsored by the Alliance for Lifetime Income. Annuity people, some annuity pack or whatever nonprofit sponsored the Rolling Stones tour. I'm thinking, does like Mick Jagger go, thank you very much. You ever thought about an annuity? No, it didn't work like that. I just don't even understand how that works. But I was on that tour, right? The brutal, see that, producer? The brutal Annuity Truth World Tour. Rock and roll, annuities, together, me and the Rolling Stones, and this music. Okay. Or as was Matthew, what's his name? Oh,
Ferris?
no. He's like, all right. I like that. That dude is cool. We were talking about the Rolling Stones off camera. We're thinking, wait a minute. Mick Jagger's like 75 years old. I mean, he's at the prime age for like an immediate annuity. He doesn't need that. He's got some money. But you know what I'm saying? These guys are old. I don't know how that even works. I mean, they couldn't qualify for life insurance because they've done too many drugs, but annuities are guaranteed issue. For the Rolling Stones, annuities work because they're guaranteed issue. You don't have to see that. That's how it works right there. Let's talk about annuity ratings. There's 4 primary rating services that look at annuities and annuity companies and their claims paying ability. They are AM Best, Standard & Poor's, Moody's, and Fitch. And let's throw one more on there. My friend Martin Weiss, his company Weiss, they also look at annuities as well. Now, I will say this about Martin, and I love him to death, but man, they are tough. I mean, they are, if you want like their curmudgeon rating service, which I like, I mean, he is shooting it straight, it would be Weiss. And so a lot of people call me up and they'll say, the other rating agencies have this A++ on these really big companies, and then Weiss has them at a B or something like that. He's just a tough cat, and he's, you know, we respect him, but most of the agents and people use AM Best, Moody's, Standard & Poor's, and Fitch. I throw Weiss's name out there is for a lot of my clients just are big time researchers and they do their homework, and I want you to do your homework on these products. I want you to understand the good and the bad and the limitations of everything. I want you to understand who the carrier is and their claims paying ability and their financial history and their bond holdings and all of that. So, you know, that's where kind of, you know, Weiss fits in with those other 4. Now, one thing that we do use that I don't think many people use other than us is a rating service called COMDEX, COMDEX. If you go to theannuityman.com, we literally give that report away for free on a monthly basis. A very good company that puts out that information that we work with. But ironically, I have promoted COMDEX so much that when you type in COMDEX in the Google rankings, I think in the last 2 or 3 days I did it just to check, my name pops up in front of their name, and they're the ones that putting out the information, which is crazy. But I'm doing what I think is right, which is educating the public on how to look at, you know, the companies. Now, the problem with some of the rating services, the AM Best, the Moody's, the Standard & Poor's, and Fitch, is they use that alphabet rating system, A or B, you know, AA or AA plus or A minus or B plus or B plus plus or double B plus. I mean, it's like alphabet soup. It's like getting a bunch of SpaghettiOs with the alphabets in it. I mean, a lot of people go, well, Stanley, what's the difference between A plus and A plus plus? I'm like, one more plus. No, that's not the answer, but that is like the, the generic answer. So the reason that we use COMDEX is because COMDEX takes all 4 of those rating services, AM Best, Moody's, Standard & Poor's, and Fitch, and applies a 1 to 100 score. Duh, that seems, when I first saw that, I'm like, that's it. That makes sense because I know what 100 is and I know what 1 is. I know 100 is better than 1, and that's how they rate it. If the score is 100, that's the highest rating you can get on COMDEX for claims paying ability. And there's just a handful of companies that reach that 100 mark, and then it goes all the way down. Now, COMDEX is not perfect. You do get dinged as a carrier if you're not followed by all the rating services, and there's an algorithm that I certainly am not going to take the time to understand that COMDEX has come up with, but I think it's an easy to understand additional service that we can provide, an additional resource that you can look at that you can understand. So you can look at all 4 of the rating services, you can throw in Weiss as well, and then you look at COMDEX from a 1 to 100 score. And then from there, if you want more information, we can provide that to you. We can get all the financials for any of these carriers that you can dream of, and we'll provide whatever is needed for you to feel comfortable with your decision. If any agent balks at that, if any agent says, well, you shouldn't look at that, or I'm not going to get you that, or that's kind of a pain to get you that, then they're not your agent, and they're not serious about what they do. If you're serious about this business, which I am, I'm the top agent out here, and the reason is I want you to have all the information at your fingertips, then I'm going to leave you alone and let you make your decision on your terms and your time frame. Period. Hey, in addition to ratings, I did another video on state guarantee funds. So we've talked about rating services pretty much in detail, COMDEX rankings, AM Best, Moody's, Standard & Poor's, and Fitch, Weiss, my friend Martin and his group down there, they do a good job. But the other thing you need to kind of keep in mind as well is that other video I just pointed to, state guarantee funds, fixed annuities, which are the single premium immediate annuities, deferred income annuities, qualified longevity annuity contracts, multi-year guarantee annuities, fixed indexed annuities, or fixed annuities regulated at the state level, approved at the state level, life insurance products. And there are state guarantee funds that back up those products with the approved products in that state up to a specific dollar limit per company, per owner. So you need to look at that as well. That video helps with it, with you understanding how that works. And we have a link on the site at theannuityman.com that will help you understand that state guarantee fund limit. But in my opinion, you really shouldn't base your decision on that. You should base your decision on the annuity type that you want and that you're considering on the claims paying ability of that carrier. The rating services help, but we can provide any information that you need. So go to theannuityman.com. I've written books I'll send to you for free if you give us your physical mailing address. I write an article every day. I write a blog every day. We're putting out a lot of information that's strictly educational, no sales pitch. We want you to understand what you are considering and what you're going to buy. Obviously, we want you as a client. I am the top agent out here and I represent all carriers licensed in all 50 states. But before all of that happens, we need to have a conversation. We need to make sure that you're correctly putting the amount of money needed, allocation and proportion needed into an annuity, that you're not putting too much money in, and you might not even need an annuity, which is fine as well. I'll tell you that. I will shoot it straight with you. I'm not going to be your friend, but I'm going to be the best advisor you've ever had. And with that, I'll see you on the next Stan the Annuity Man video.